When the HOA president pushed my disabled son down the stairs, breaking 26 of his bones, she thought she'd won. She didn't know I'm commander of police, and this time, she picked the wrong father. Before watching the full story, comment below where you're watching this from, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this one. The screaming reached me before. I even opened my car door, my son's scream. I ran faster than I ever had in my life. The sound was coming from our backyard, high-pitched, terrified, the kind that makes every parent's blood run cold. When I rounded the corner, my heart stopped. Ethan, my 12-year-old son, was lying at the bottom of our porch steps, his body twisted, his wheelchair overturned, and standing above him was Patricia Hawthorne, the HOA president who had made our lives miserable for months. "I told you these ramps are against community standards," she shouted, her face red with fury. I dropped to my knees. "Ethan! Ethan, can you hear me?" His face was white as paper. "Dad, it hurts. I can't move my legs," as I called 911. Patricia just stood there. "I have the right to remove." "Obstructions?" she yelled. "Obstructions? That's what she called my son's wheelchair." The ambulance arrived fast. I held Ethan's hand as the paramedics lifted him onto the stretcher. "Don't leave me, Daddy," he whispered. "I'm right here, baby. I'm not going anywhere." 2 hours later, the doctor came out, his face heavy. "Commander Mason, your son has 26 fractures. Both legs, his pelvis, ribs, collarbone. He's in critical condition." I had seen death before, but hearing that broke something inside me. Dr. Rodriguez, Ethan's longtime orthopedic surgeon, told me, "We'll do everything we can, but some of these injuries may never heal." I nodded, but inside I was already planning. Not revenge, justice. When Ethan woke, he looked at me with tear-filled eyes. "Dad." "She said people like me should stay inside. She said I make the neighborhood ugly." He started to cry. "Am I ugly, Daddy?" I broke down beside him. "No, Ethan, you are perfect. You are brave. You are beautiful." That was the moment I knew. Patricia's cruelty wasn't just physical. It was hate. And she would answer for it. I went back to the station the next morning. Not as a father. As a police commander. "Detective Sarah," I said, "open an investigation on Patricia Hawthorne. I want every witness, every camera angle, every detail." The footage was horrifying. Patricia grabbed Ethan's wheelchair. He tried to hold on to the railing, but she yanked harder until he fell, 6 steps down onto concrete. And then she just stood there, watching him cry, screaming about HOA rules. Witnesses confirmed it. Mrs. Chen, our neighbor. She said disabled people lower property value. The mail carrier. She said families like yours don't belong in nice neighborhoods. And a jogger who saw it all said, she refused to call 911. She said the boy was faking it. The evidence was undeniable, so I called the local news. If the law doesn't make the world see her, I will, I told them. When the news aired Ethan's story, the world erupted. Millions watched his tiny voice tremble as he said, "She told me I'm disgusting. I just wanted to see the roses my dad planted. Is that so wrong?" By the next morning, it had 40 million views. People everywhere demanded justice. Patricia was arrested 2 days later, still screaming about property values. She had no idea her words were recorded. Her cruelty caught from every angle. 3 months later, the courtroom was full. News cameras, disability advocates, families she'd hurt before. Ethan sat beside me. Frail but determined, he testified bravely. "She said I was disgusting. She said broken children don't belong in nice neighborhoods. Then she pushed me." The jury watched the video, listened to the witnesses, and when Patricia took the stand, she said, "I was maintaining community standards." The entire courtroom gasped. The jury came back in 2 hours. Guilty on all counts, aggravated assault, hate crime, attempted murder. At sentencing, Ethan stood using his walker. He looked straight at her and said, "You broke 26 of my bones. You tried to break my spirit, but I'm still here. Still smiling. Still living. You can't take that away, even." The judge had tears in his eyes. He sentenced Patricia to 25 years in prison and banned her from ever Holding power in any HOA again, Ethan's. Recovery was long, months of therapy, surgeries, pain, but he never gave up. 1 year later, we hosted a garden party. Ethan stood proudly, surrounded by friends and roses blooming pink in the sunlight. "Look, Dad," he said. She wanted me to hide. "But look how beautiful everything is now. We make the world more beautiful just by being in it." Today, Ethan is 15. He's walking, studying law, and speaking nationwide for disability rights. He even wrote a book, Still Here, Still Standing. One night, he told me, "Dad, I used to dream of revenge, but the best revenge is happiness." She wanted me gone, but now the world knows my story. Hate didn't win, and he's right. Ethan didn't just survive. He changed the world. Love won, justice won, and no HOA rule could ever take that away. If you believe love is stronger than hate, drop A in the comments. And remember, no matter what anyone says, your existence makes this world more beautiful.